Firstly, Professor San Martin, we either read the same books or you've stolen my notes. But I mean, to be serious, I'm honored to be here. Pilarín Baez, I've never heard of you before, but I Googled you. And now I'm so impressed. I know who you are, and I'm honored to be in the same room. Judith Giraud, also, I mean, fantastic what you've achieved. And for me, pushing women forward in technology, in science, is one of our challenges, something that we want to promote. And I'm proud to see people like you leading that charge. So again, thank you. Thank you, everyone here. The city of Barcelona, the region of Catalonia, having people here who are really believing in developing talent, in developing knowledge here. Coming back to what Professor San Martin said, I was asked to talk about the knowledge economy. This started with the agroeconomy, where the assets were owning land, owning animals, becoming that person who was the landowner and the I'm trying to find the words on this. The English words are failing me as well. I think sometimes in German. You know, the landowners who are leading it. That developed later to the Industrial Revolution, where that changed. It was no longer land. Land was part of it. But having factories, having the production and development of machines, of new things in this economy, those were the new assets. Now we've changed in the new revolution, where the assets are patents, software development, knowledge from inventions, etc. So that's changed. But we're going to something even more relevant there. This doesn't work without collaboration. And the new stage we're seeing now is that companies are having open sources. They're no longer holding these talents, these assets just for themselves. They want to share them to increase the developments. We've already talked about, we're in a very difficult situation at the moment with the development of the pandemic. But we've seen for the first time the development of vaccines at a rate that we've never seen anywhere else. 9 months. But that was collaboration. And now that collaboration has gone even further, that these companies are actually, some have actually said, we're no longer developing, we will work with our competitors to produce, to actually get these solutions out onto the market. So collaboration is becoming the new talent. It's what is actually bringing companies, solutions, ideas further forward. In our sector of AV, we call it, the reason our show is called Integrated Systems is it's about the collaboration of many different products. It's not about, the show is not about products, it's about how do you make these assets work in retail? How do you make these assets work in the corporate environment? How do you change how people work in hospitals, in hospitality, in every single environment by collaborating and bringing products together to create solutions? So that's how we envisage this market. This is how we envisage the change. How that's working and building talent is the next stage. I've been doing a lot of studies on digital transformation, and one of the most difficult parts of digital transformation in companies is people and culture. We have to create new ideas or new ways of thinking within the talent development, so that people are more open to actually use new ideas to change the way they're thinking, rather than just doing the same thing every time, even if it is successful. I ask my people always, every time, to look and say, what did we do good and what did we do bad? If we did something bad, is it because it was wrong or we didn't do it in the right way? And if we did something good, was it just luck or could we do better? And this means really opening up and thinking about how we work, what we're doing, and who we're doing it with. We came here to Barcelona. We had a very successful history with I.S.E. We launched the event 17 years ago. 2005, was the first event. Sorry, I was wrong. forgetting myself. 2004 was the first event in Geneva. Nice place to start, but Geneva's in Europe, it's not in Europe. We then went to Amsterdam, had a short excursion to Brussels and back to Amsterdam where we grew, and it was great for the show. But we outgrew that city, and we needed to find somewhere where we could develop the show, not only in the short term, but long term, so we weren't nomads and moving around the world. We did our own research, and the first thing is to find, is there a venue that's large enough? Is the city large enough? And will the city work with us? Barcelona ticked all the boxes. It's ticked even more boxes afterwards to show the cooperation we're getting from the government of Catalonia, the city government, and all these organizations who are involved here. Last week, Aurea took me to Oracat, and I saw what's being developed there. And it just blew me away to say, wow, we really chose the right place because of this circular economy that's creating here, creating knowledge that leads to developing jobs. That brings companies here who are looking to actually grow. That in turn grows the city, and that in turn grows my show. So, you know, we have our own interests, and that keeps going around. So this has helped us to actually reinforce our decision to look at what we can bring to this city and what this city helps to us in developing further. We're impressed with the commitment to building talent here. We're impressed with what is being done to help develop new companies, help to bring new companies here, but also help to develop startups. This is all part of the whole talent development. I only have one problem, and that is, as I said already, we struggle in the technology industry to get women involved. When we first started I.S.E, we had about 3% of our attendees were women. That's a poor performance. We've grown to just under 15% now. It's better, but it's still a poor performance. And this is something we have to start at the grassroots. If we can't start encouraging little girls at school to think about technology, to think about what is on offer here in these universities, in these companies to grow, then we're not going to get them to be involved in technology. And once we actually get them involved, we need to actually mentor them and help them build their careers. If we don't get senior women in the business who become role models to actually show everybody else, I can be there as well, then we're not going to succeed in developing this. It's one of our challenges. It's one of our flags that we wave to say, how can we help? How can we do that? And we have many activities that go on through our events worldwide, but we will be pushing that here to actually say, not only is Barcelona the right place, not only is it a place that helps develop talent, but it's also a place where women can be successful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.